Tatiana Suarez, welcome to Fox Sports Australia. Let me say, first of all, what an honor it is to be speaking with you here today. Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, this is a journey that's decades in the making. We're finally here, the fight week of a UFC championship bout. How does it feel?
It feels amazing, just because like you said, it's finally here. So, it's been a long camp. So I'm just excited to go ahead and perform on Sunday. Sunday here,
Yeah.
Saturday there. Everybody's
right.
confused. So every time I say it, they're just they're like, wait, is the fight on Sunday? No, I'm like, no, it's on Saturday for you guys.
Your journey is one of the most remarkable, I think, in the history of world sport. And for those viewers who don't know, France 2011, of course, the wrestling competition that would change your life forever. You hurt your neck,
Yeah.
deviated your spine, and then the scans revealed a mass on your thyroid,
Yeah.
which turned out to be cancer. You eventually beat that. An awful knee injury,
Yeah.
your neck injury reoccurred.
Yeah.
If all that stuff happened to a regular person, I feel they would be forgiven for being bedridden their whole life or being
Yeah.
inactive their whole life.
Yeah.
How are you now fighting for a UFC championship?
I think I said it best earlier. I just take it one day at a time. I know I'm the best in the world, so that's something that fuels me. I was raised by a strong woman, my mom and my grandma, and they just always told me to persevere through the tough times. And I would have extensive talks with my mom when I was young, when it came to wrestling, and she's like, all you have to do is work hard, and everything will come for you.
Tatiana, a quote from you that will always stick with me, and I'm paraphrasing here, but the fear of pushing my spine too far and being paralyzed because of it is outweighed by the intense desire to be the best. Where does that desire come from?
Well, anybody that knows me knows how much I love it. I just love it so much that it just feels like it's just part of me. I don't even know. I can understand why people come out of retirement and then they come right back.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
you know what? The civilian life is not for me. Yeah, so I'm very passionate. I love it so much. I'm obsessed with it. And for me, it's the only way I want to live life.
It's so inspiring, and I feel as though you've helped so many young people, so many girls, particularly at Northview High.
Yeah.
I imagine when you look at all your accolades that is what you are most proud of, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I really, after that documentary, a lot of the girls had, I don't know, because sometimes, being a teenager, they're not going to just say those things. Some of them do.
Yeah.
But some of them don't. And so seeing the documentary and seeing how they really felt about me and how I inspire them was just truly eye-opening and remarkable for me. Something that for me, I'm not really the one that likes to have eyes on her, and I'm not about I don't do this because I want to be known or I want to be recognized. I do this just because I love it. So the media and having to do a documentary about my life was something very, very uncomfortable for me. I don't really like to talk about myself too much. I just like to kind of just do everything, and part of my job is having to talk about myself,
Yeah.
and so that's the most uncomfortable thing for me. But doing the documentary was really difficult in that sense. But then the outcome just outweighed me feeling all those uncomfortable feelings because, so many people reached out, and then not only that, but then I was able to see how inspiring I am to the younger generation, and that means a lot to me because I know that wrestling really changed my life, and so I just want that for as many people as many people out there that I can. I just want them I want their lives to change too, and if I can inspire them to start the sport and it helps them and it changes their life, that's amazing. My brother owns a Legacy Wrestling Center, and
Yep.
he's always what will be your legacy? That's his slogan. And so for me, I guess my legacy, and I really want that, is to be inspiring the younger generation because I know what it did for my life.
You've come from a background that was very difficult, but you've
Yeah.
managed to come out the other side, and here you are fighting for a belt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I think for me, I use, you're saying do I use those kind of tribulations? Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I didn't get it. Sorry. Yeah. No, I definitely use those as fuel, because it's all the things that I've been through and all the things that, I've had to go through. It's I mean, nothing's going to be harder than that. Like my training schedule is not harder than those things. Like those things are way more mentally challenging than anything than a training session. Like a training session's a walk in the park, and in fact, I love it. So it's like it's not something that I don't want to do. You know, I'm like I wake up, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to get better today, and I'm super excited to do it, and it's amazing. And I just think about the times where I couldn't get up and do those things because I was because I had a neck injury or I had a knee injury, and I was like, man, I really miss it. I really miss that part of me, you know. And I had to wait for those moments. I had to be patient for a long time. And so, like, you know, my friend Rachel the other day, she's like, man, you're so patient. And I'm like, yeah, I'm patient. You see, like, you know, of course I'm patient.
You had a lot of practice.
I've had a lot of practice. And that's actually something that I've struggled with in my life, you know, patience.
Really?
So, you know, I'm like, man, I think the universe just knew what I needed.
See, I didn't know that, right? Because like everything that you do, you seem to do with such confidence, with such swagger. And I just figured it was because you were so good at everything that you tried. You were a champion in wrestling. When you made your way to jiu-jitsu, you were so good there. And now in mixed martial arts, fighting for the belt.
Right.
I always thought that your confidence just came from the fact that you have this God-given talent in anything that you try. Is that accurate?
No.
No?
I've worked so hard for everything. I mean, even when I was like younger, I've always been like, if I wasn't good at something, like I just kept doing it over and over and over again until I became good at it. I'm not like a God-gifted athlete. Like I've worked so hard for like everything that I had, and like I have grit, and like that's something that you just can't teach people. Like, you know, the grit, the want to win, the tenacity, the aggressiveness. Like that's something that God gave me. Yeah. But the other stuff, like the talent, it's like that's something that I worked super hard for, and I just like drilled and drilled and drilled because I wanted to be the best.
It's good that you mentioned the grit, because I mentioned the 4 major injuries earlier, but you've had countless other little injuries that have held you back as recently as December, right?
Yeah.
Why do you keep coming back, Tatiana?
Just because I know that I'm the best in the world, and not only that, because I love it. It's like, you know, I just love it so much that I'm like, nothing can keep me away from it.
Yeah. Can I ask, just on December, that you're supposed to fight Virna Jandiroba.
Yeah.
What happened there? Was it an injury or sickness?
Oh, you're talking about that December? No,
Well, that too.
No, I wasn't injured then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Zhang Weili
Yeah.
this weekend. What are you expecting from her? What do you think of her as a champion? And how are you going to beat her?
Yeah, so for me, I think that, you know, Weili is going to come out just the same as she always is, like, you know, trying to go get it. And I'm a go-getter, so that's why I think this is probably the best fight on the card, because we're both going to go ahead and try to get that belt. And, you know, I look to go ahead and finish Weili in dominant fashion, whether it's ground and pound or submission.
Well, I mean, naturally the fight is going to go to the ground if that's the way that you intend it. But I mean, she was very impressive on the ground at UFC 300 against Yan Xiaonan. What'd you make of that?
I mean, she's fighting Yan Xiaonan. She's not fighting me. Yeah. So that's what I think. You know, like, I think that she's great against, like, she's not a like, Yan Xiaonan is not known for her grappling. She's known for her great striking and distance. You know, so so she did look good against Yan Xiaonan on the ground, but she's going to be grappling me, not Yan Xiaonan.
Is it going to be easy for you?
That's what I think. Yeah, I do think that, like, I'm going to dominate her and I'm going to choke her. And she's probably going to feel like she's never felt against anybody. I think that, like, I'm so strong, and I have such, you know, she says she's strong, I'm strong too. And, you know, I think that she's going to be very surprised by my strength and my aggressiveness. And not only that, but my technique and my efficiency.
Do you feel like that you will be the next long-term champion at strawweight?
Yeah, I do think. I think that, you know, it's going to be very difficult for these girls to take it away from me because of my work ethic, and I'm only going to continue to evolve.
Absolutely. We don't break, we break people. What does that motto mean to you?
I mean, it means so much. I mean, it's the very root of, you know, like, who I am, you know, because I've been through so many things, and it's just crazy that that was our motto, you know, like, you know, I wrestled since I was 3 years old. I actually didn't even live in the area that I was supposed to go to I was supposed to go to high school in a completely different area. I was supposed to go to a different high school, but my brother went to Northview High School, and they were so well known for wrestling, and so my mom was like, well, we're gonna make it work. And so then we moved and made sure that I could go ahead and go to that school just for the wrestling, and I'm forever grateful for that. Like, that's something that my mom made happen because she knew it was best for my future, and that's something my mom's always put first, like her kids' future. And that's like, that's who raised me, and I'm just super thankful for it, because she always made sure that we had the tools that we needed to be successful in life, and that she gave us everything, even though she didn't have much to give. She made sure that we were set, and we were taken care of, and that we had all the tools to be successful people. And we all are. Like, my brother owns a wrestling academy. I'm here fighting for a UFC title. My younger brother is a teacher, and he's also giving back to the community. He's helping lives every single day. And my sister, she just graduated college. So I mean, she's done so well for us, and I'm just really grateful that she's my mom.
Well, Tatiana Suarez, I think I speak on behalf of the entire MMA community. We're so happy to see you back, and this is an opportunity so richly deserved. Thank you for your time, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it.